and we have Annette Murfield. And Reds just made an attempt to shoot. We've got Debbie DeShields with the ball, and she's missed. Karen Jones has gotten the interception, and she threw it away. So now we've got a red throw in from the sideline. And it's interesting, the two that you see right there, the wing attack and the wing defense, Kirsten and, is it Kejana? That's playing wing defense, just returned from the under-16 team in St. Kitts, and we're looking at the captain and vice captain playing against each other, which is interesting. Karen's just made a lovely interception, but she lost it, and Debbie's retrieved it and scored.
It's going to be the blue, right?
So it's now red center pass. Nice call there. Oh, good hands by Ebony Burgess. And she's passed to Roydell Robinson, who's overheaded it to Gina Benjamin, and it was a little bit too much for Gina, and it's gone out of court. So it's a red back line throw-in by Marissa Wainwright. So Marissa's pass to Haley Can. Haley's now passed it down to Camille, going down court, little off target. Kejana's picked it up, passed it to Ebony. Seems a little bit scrappy at the moment. Wendell Roberts, and then an overhead to Gina Benjamin.
The button.
And yeah, and Gina's got it, and she's scoring. So we're looking at one apiece, and blue with the center pass. Interception, okay, well done, and red's got the ball, and they've gone down court, and Camille's retrieved that. Overheaded it, a little bit too much for Debbie DeShields, even though we know she can jump, but I think it was a little bit too quick in that pass, Mike.
I love the tempo, though.
Yes. This is going to be very exciting. So, okay, blue in possession of the ball and going down court. That was Makisha to Wenda. Wenda back to Kejana. Kejana. Now Roydell has it, and she's looking to pass, so she's giving it to Wenda. And there's contact on the goalkeeper, the red goalkeeper, so it's a penalty pass or shot, and Gina has scored. So we're now looking at blue leading 2-1, and it's red center pass. And Kirsten's received the center pass, passed it off to Arkita, to Camille, back to Kirsten. A lovely overhead to Debbie DeShields, contact there on Makisha Smith, and Debbie DeShields scores. So it's two apiece, and Debbie and Makisha on opposing sides now. Okay, there was footwork there, so it's a red pass in the circle. Down to Arkita. And Debbie's signaling for the pass, and she's got an overhead, and she's going to climb, and in she goes. So this is going to be very interesting, Mike.
End-to-end action.
Yeah. Okay, Red's now had a center pass. Karen has intercepted, and she's lost it. It's gone out of court. And now we have a red sideline throw-in. And Camille is taking that throw-in from the sideline. And, of course, Ebony's gone offside. They played the advantage rule. Arkita's got it. She's passed it to Camille, who's overheaded it to Debbie DeShields. And let's see what's going to happen. And, yes, she scores.
4-2.
So we're looking at Red's taking a lead right here, right now. And blue center pass. And the umpire's just blown. Blue now has this. And a little bit too much for Gina. The overhead is good, and she holds her space well, but I think they're pushing it a little bit too hard. So it's a red backline pass. Carlander's moved forward for the backline. She's thrown it and lost it. And nice passing there. And blue have retrieved it. And it's now 4-3 to red and red center. Okay, Kirsten's received the pass to Arkita and overhead to Debbie DeShields, and it's been intercepted there by Karen Jones. Lovely. So it's going to be a red backline pass. And Arkita's taking that out to Kirsten. Read that. Oh dear, an interception there by Makisha, and it was picked up. Red's on the attack and into Arkita. Oh dear, and Debbie must have contacted there, so we've lost it. And out she goes to Wenda. Wenda's looking for Kejana. Kejana to Ebony. Back to Kejana, to Wenda, down to Roydell, and into Gina. And of course, Gina's gonna tuck it away, as she always does. So now we're 4 apiece. So this looks like it's going to be a really competitive match today. Something our young people can aspire to. So blue center pass.
Oh, too much for Gina.
Yeah, too much for Gina. Not getting those passes in there right, because if you get them to her, then you know she's going to get it and score. So backline pass to red. And we've got contact on there on the blue wing attack. And going, oh dear, on the red goalkeeper, Marissa's just contacted. Oh, you got to come back. Okay, so we got 2 shooters inside the circle, 1 defense. A little bit of work. Contact on the goal defense on Carlandra. Penalty pass or shot there. And Gina has scored. So now blue have gone up 5-4. Red center pass. Camille off to Arkita. And back to Haley. Back to Camille. And into the circle, and it's gone right out. Too much. A little bit of wind down here, so the players have to really stop and think before making their passes. Karen Jones taking the back line for blue. Passes it off to Makisha, and it's intercepted by Debbie DeShields. Well done. It must have touched blue last. It's a sideline taken by Kirsten Saltis. Pass to Arkita, over to Camille. Almost lost it there. Back to, oh dear. Okay, Carlandra picked it up. Back to Camille, to Arkita, so she can get in. Back to Camille and Arkita. And contact is called on the, oh dear. Contact's called on the goal attack. And out for blue. Kirsten makes that interception into the circle to Debbie. Oh, too bad Debbie couldn't hold on to it. It was a really good pass. It would have looked beautiful. It was beautiful. Blue back line. Okay. And blue now on the attack and over to Wenda Roberts. Wenda's passed it in to Ebony Burgess.
That was a good switch up by Roydell.
Yes. And these ladies, you can tell from the experience, Mike, that they know how to read the play and they know where to move, when to move. Backline pass from Ebony into Wenda, and it's contact there on Camille. So it's penalty to blue. And overhead to Ebony. And Ebony's trying to get it into Gina, and she's made a beautiful pass into Gina. And Gina scores. So now it's 6-4, and blue are leading. And it's blue center pass. So the wing defense, red wing defense has broken. She can defend.
Yeah. Also, Debbie, isn't Wenda Roberts, the center for the blue, the MVP?
She was last year's MVP, yes.
That's right.
And at this end, you've also got Gina and Marissa, who play on the same team in league. So this is an interesting match. And both defenses have now obstructed, so she's got free rein to shoot. And that's exactly what she's done.
Blue's pulling away.
They are. Red need to get it together. And of course the center red, Kirsten's going for that pass to Camille, back to Arkita, and overhead to Debbie DeShields. And of course we're going to see that going in. Oh, Debbie misses, it rolls right off, but she keeps fighting for it. And contact there on Debbie is called. So pass down to Wenda, and then Roydell to Wenda. Back to Ebony as goal attack, looking for somebody, and good interception there by Carlandra. But it's left the circle open. Too bad. Gina's received that pass from Wenda, and she scores. Score is now 8-4, and blue are really pulling away. And blue center pass. And nice dodging there by Ebony, receiving the ball from Wenda. Wenda's gotten it back. Nice pass in there to Gina. And Marissa's trying to stretch. Gina misses. Contact there on the goal shooter, so it's red ball going out. And now nice pass. Obstruction they're called on Ebony. So it's a red penalty. Penalty to red. Going up court. Going to Camille. And Arkita's made herself available, but it's gone out. So it's a blue sideline pass. And blue are really hustling for this, Mike.
8-4.
Yep. From Makisha to Wenda, and Wenda into Gina. And Gina's held on to that. And she scores, and it's now 9-4.
If they don't put the brakes on the button.
Yeah, they're going to pull away. Red center. Camille to Kirsten. Seems to be a good work. Back to Camille and Debbie. Debbie's got some difficulties today holding onto that ball. I don't know what it is. Okay, blue back line coming down. Yes. Nice try by Haley. Ebony. And it's out of court, so now red have another opportunity to go down there and see if they can score.
We're now deep into the first quarter, and we should make mention, Debbie, that these are 12-minute quarters, not 10-minute quarters as we saw earlier.
Yes, well, normally the senior league plays 15-minute quarters, but we've actually cut it down today. So nice passing there mid-court.
What a matchup.
Red, yeah.
Tijuana,
Yep, down to
Keisha, Ebony,
into
Roydell.
Roydell and into Gina, and they just can't seem to get that pass to Gina. I don't know whether Gina's slow off the mark.
Also, it was good to see is Kewana Lima received that award, that junior government award.
Yes, she did, and she was quite surprised. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here to receive it.
She was in St. Kitts.
She was in St. Kitts, and so she was awarded twice. And Deputy Shields' pass gone into her, so the score is now 9-5. They got to get those passes right to the shooters or they don't work. Blue center to Roydell, to Ebony, and a little loop to Gina Christopher. And Gina's going to tuck it away, and she does that, and now we're 10-5. So it's red center, so red need to capitalize, and that's the end of the first quarter. The score is 10-5, and that was an absolutely lovely quarter. And blue, I think red need to now turn around and come back and say, hey, we want to top this.
Yeah. What also I like, Debbie, is you can see that the girls, they give it their all out there. And if we could just have Debbie just hang on, one or two slipped away from her, right on the fingertips, and it could be very easily something like 10-7, 10-8 right now. But after the first quarter, 10-5 with Gina push the button Benjamin once again having an outstanding first quarter.
Yes, it could have been a little bit closer, I think, Mike, but I don't know whether the wind has a factor on it down at that end because it's a little bit more open, or that Debbie, like you said, is just nipping her fingers and they're not actually being able to get the passes directly to her. But it was a good quarter, and I'm sure that red is going to turn around and come back with a force. You know, so we'll see what's going to happen. But both teams seem to be making some changes, so we'll see what's going to happen in the second quarter.